yeah, it's crazy. That's all I can say. But where the fuck are the cops? But then again, just like we said, I mean, if it's 400 people, how many can you really arrest? You know, so how many of them can you really arrest? How much? That's a lot of paperwork to get done. So
a lot of people minors, they're under 14.
And that's, I was just about to say, yeah, exactly. And they know that, so they play on that too.
Of course.
You know, yeah, they play on that too. So yeah, it's ridiculous, man. I don't think we have problems in Nigeria.
What do you think of the song, though? Honestly, I like the song. I couldn't
fucking crazy.
I couldn't stop singing for like a week, I swear.
Are you serious? Go get your chain back. Get your chain back.
Like,
oh my days.
So, you know how you know my own position on
watch the song start climbing the charts now, you'll be surprised.
And this, just to summarize, this kind of summarizes my problem with black people. They are actually so creative, they are so energetic, they are really fun people. The only problem is, the only time they are really happy, they are truly fulfilled, is when they commit crimes.
They're acting like that, yeah.
Yeah, so it's like, if they can just stop committing crimes, I don't think people have that much of a problem with totality.
Facts.
You know what I mean?
Yeah, it's funny, because when you see some of these things happen, if you look on social media, look at the comments, you just see things like, one thing I always see a lot of the times is, usual suspects. Usual suspects.
Everybody
They just see somebody post usual suspects. You know what I mean? Yeah, it's crazy because there's no shame in the game at all on this side.
Nobody's scared. And as I said, this Entitlement Mile is the nicest part of Chicago. It's like just a 1 mile stretch of the highest end stores, the highest end shopping and residential and entertainment in Chicago. It's like the most expensive.
You know what? You know what's crazy though? Why is it that those people, those are obviously those high-end shops, they could obviously see all these things going on. I'm sure some of those shops get looted sometimes as well. Why are they not? Exactly. So those will make enough money to provide their own security actually.
Yeah, but
you know what I mean? Proper security across that stretch.
Yeah. So let me break it down for you.
So I don't know.
Okay, because we covered this many years ago. Now, in Chicago, the last 4 or 5 mayors have been black and therefore, by extension, pro-crime. What do I mean by that? What I mean is that when you have situations like this, the mayor basically doesn't say anything. Stories like this, they don't reach the mayor, right? Like nobody poses the question to the mayor and says, "What's happening in your city? Can you control the crime?" Like 20 people are arrested in 1 weekend. Now, these people who get arrested, do they get convicted? Do they get sent to prison? Do they stay in prison? Exactly. So the point is that these cities, they have very lax, very liberal interpretation of law and crime and punishment. So the children, quote unquote, get arrested and they get led back onto the streets. So there is no deterrent. So you're not taking them off the streets. You're putting them back on. So even if they go and they steal $200, $300, $500, $1,000 worth of things, they don't get prosecuted for it. They just let them go, basically.
Yeah.
Now, you said, what about private security? You have a city that is not prosecuting criminals, even though they're taking that right away from the individuals, right? Yeah. If you go and do something to a criminal, you are acting in self-help. That's what they say. Jungle justice and all that. But the city has interpreted crime like Lori Lightfoot. Kim Fox, the district attorney of Cook County, which covers Chicago. She said that when you arrest somebody for carjacking, charge them only for something like burglary, just breaking and entering. They charge criminals for lesser crimes so that they don't get sent to prison. They have liberal bail conditions. You understand?
Right.
So even if they do get convicted, it won't be spend 3 years in jail because it's not a felony. Yeah. You know what I mean? But normally carjacking is a felony. So if you charge them with carjacking, they have to go for 5-6 years. But they charge them for lesser offenses. She gives instructions to her lawyers to charge these criminals for lesser offenses so that they don't stay long, even if they do have to go to prison. A lot of times they don't. So that's what has been going on for the past 20 years at least. So on the other hand, you have the people who can hire security to protect their stores and their, for loss prevention. Now, when somebody is in your store, it is a tradition now in America that a security man cannot physically apprehend
someone breaking in and trying to rob the store.
Or detain a thief. Yes. Like you see people going into Louis Vuitton, they're going to be.
I've seen that. Gangs of them just go and grab stuff and run off.
Yeah. A lot of times they don't have to run anymore. Like, they
stroll up.
Because the security are under strict instructions. Let me tell you. For example, if you go and you try to apprehend a black person, you kill the black person, right? For example, racism, riots, burning, right? Burning, looting. Then think about also the insurance,
right?
Of having somebody come into the store and the person loses a life, whether your security man or the person. Because if somebody comes into your store and the person experiences some kind of personal injury, your store is liable.
Right. Liable, of course, yeah.
So the thing is that that is the tradition now. Like everybody's afraid of being sued or having to settle or something like this.
Right.
So they take that backward step. And the third dimension of it is that they are used more to reach clientele, people who are not going to come and steal. You know what I mean? So if you're in a place that doesn't require crime or that doesn't have lots of crime, you're not going to start hiring staff, hiring security, because the people who are coming to you in the first place don't steal.
Facts.
You understand? So it's very, very sad, because this thing I'm talking about, Badminton Mile and Rodeo Drive and all these other places, the people who are most affected, I would say, are malls. Like,
of course,
malls in America, like, there are so many stories of malls in America being bombarded with black people, running, San Francisco.
Running, yeah. The numbers of them, yeah.
They just loot, rob people, all kinds of things, and nothing. So a lot of those stores in those malls, they close down. So people are like, oh, why are the malls dying? Malls are dying all across America. And it's like, no, they're not dying. They're just tired of not being protected by the law.
Yeah.
By the...
It's ridiculous, though. How can you just make... They made it so easy for them.
Yeah, yeah.
You know, they made it so easy for them. How can you say they can't be apprehended? It's ridiculous. It's absolutely crazy. I would never live in that country. America is overrated. I'm sorry.
Yeah. And yes, I mean, those...
Absolutely.
I agree with what you're saying, but it's so sad that because of this myth of racism, you can't even have a civilized society anymore. Like, if you start a mom and pop shop, like, they tell people that, oh yeah, if what they've stolen from you is not $1,000, don't call the police.
Yeah, don't call the police, yeah. Can you imagine?
But then you have this guy, now he's able to steal $300,000 from somebody in Rodeo Drive, and he can't make a music video about it. This is
I'm just trying to see what happens off the back of this video he's put out.
It's been a whole month. It's been a month. It's Los Angeles. Crime is basically not. Like,
this happened in LA. I thought you said with Miami.
No. This is. I think it's LA, bro. Is it?
Okay. That's crazy.
Yeah. I don't think it's Miami. I think it's LA.
Okay.
I'm not sure, but
it doesn't matter where it is at the end of the day. What matters? Come on, like, obviously, because if I was him, I'd be telling the cops. But are you serious? This guy releasing a music video with my chain around his neck, or he's holding my chain.
Yeah.
You know, because that's self-snitching at the end of the day.
Yeah. Well,
you know, because I was thinking at least he would probably face come up with a ski mask, but the guy's barefaced. So, you know, telling you.
If you look at how people are going to Victoria's Secret and all these luxury stores, stealing all these items, what are they doing with it? They are going on Facebook Marketplace to sell.
Yeah.
So you are going, getting stolen goods, stealing goods, and reselling them. A lot of people do that. That's what they do, right?
Yeah.
So this is obviously a graduation from that practice. And if those people are not going to prison, why should this guy go to prison? You get the point? Like, it is now part of the culture. The fact that crimes are not being enforced. People are not going to jail. People are being let out on self-recognizance. Right? So in these places where you have criminals who have access to unsuspecting wealthy people, these places are hollowing out because those people are going to leave. Like, we talked about the malls, those malls are dying. Like Nordstrom's and all these other guys are not going to put their shop in your mall. So you build this huge mall that's supposed to be this huge attraction for traffic, your mall is going to die because black people are swarming it and stealing and all this stuff.